Hello, it's Shoba from Just Go Places. Today we're going to take a look at Limeni in Greece. Limeni is a picturesque little fishing village on the Mani Peninsula in the Peloponnese in Greece. It's easily overlooked because it's sandwiched in between more popular places, but that would be a shame because it's a real hidden gem. Let's check it out. So Limeni is this tiny little town on the coast near the bigger town of Aeropolis. Limeni is so small that if you want a cash machine, you're advised to go to Aeropolis. The main street is so narrow that it only operates on a one-way system. You get the picture. As you walk through the narrow streets, you'll be enchanted by the traditional stone houses that have been standing here for centuries. The village has a rich history that dates back to the Byzantine era.
Here's the town. Super peaceful, very pretty.
Like a lot of places I found on the Mani Peninsula, these little villages can get quickly drowned by a busload or two of day trippers. The best time to go is either before noon or early evening when the day trippers left. Then you can really appreciate the village and its tranquil waters and historic stone houses. You'll see the charming harbor and the cafes and restaurants that are perched by the seafront with its pebbled beaches and rocky coves.
Lemon trees. Gorgeous. Wine horse, Italian pizza, okay. You could have dinner with a view, and there's a little white horse too.
As you can see, the waterfront is the heart of Limeni with a charming harbor and crystal clear waters. The quaint cafes and restaurants perched on the seafront serve traditional Greek cuisine.
Okay, Korma's Coffee Cocktail Bar seems to be the place to hang out in the evenings. Look how comfortable that is. Bean bags and a cocktail in hand, listening to the waves lap up against the rocks.
You can sample fresh seafood, meze, and local wine while enjoying the stunning views of the sea and the surrounding mountains.
Doesn't this just make you want to sit and dine?
The atmosphere is relaxed and peaceful, perfect for a sundowner, which will lead to a delicious meal of fresh fish and or seafood or even pizza. The fish and seafood are caught by local fishermen. Limeni, after all, is home to some of the best seafood restaurants in the region.
So this is a historical building. He belonged to the family of Mavormichalis, who was important in the fight for Greek independence from the Ottoman Turks.
Okay, time for some quick history fun facts. You know how I love history. Anyway, the Mani Peninsula was supposed to have been settled by ex-Spartans when their regime fell. The Maniots brought along Spartan traits such as a fierce independence and a warlike attitude. The Mani is a mountainous terrain, so good for setting up little fiefdoms and hard to control. There are, for example, more than 800 towers on this little peninsula attesting to how the Maniots fought off invaders as well as each other. The Turks had most of what's now Greece under their control, but they never did get control of Mani. The Maniot were troublesome, and the Turks were like, fine, keep your mountainous piece of rock, you're not worth the hassle. So Mavormichalis family was descended from an orphan who came to the town fleeing the Ottomans in the 15th century. They became powerful and had long been a pain in the Ottoman side. So the Turks gave their head the title of Petrobey to show he was head of the Mani. Was that enough? No, he was going to be fobbed off with just a title. So the Petrobey and his brothers were leaders in the Greek Revolution and then in the political life of Greece once it was established. In fact, the Greek flag of revolution had the Mavormichalis crest of victory or death. Note that it isn't freedom, but victory, because the Maniot considered themselves already free.
Be a town here if it didn't have a tower or two, and this building with the tower looks like it's a luxury hotel.
So I was right, it is a hotel, and I would suggest that you stay in the village in a hotel because it's so pretty.
Steps down to the beach, and then you have your very own little bathing spot, and the rest of the town in the distance. Idyllic.
Like in a lot of Greece, the beaches here are pebble, but the water is super clear and this beautiful turquoise blue. You can see all the way to the bottom, and it's just wonderful.
How pretty is this place?
Okay, I love this store, and the owner is super friendly. It's an artisanal store of items made in the area, so it's got a lot of jewelry, scarves, some artisanal food, etc.
A fairly idyllic setting for a cocktail hour. As much as the White Horse place had me with its comfy couches and idea of pizza, this has got a view to die for.
As you can see, there is definitely a good choice of places to eat and drink in this tiny little village.
So for 10 euros I get meze, and I opted for anchovies instead of sausage, bread, and fresh lemonade. And all this for the view.
So note that Greeks eat a late dinner because they do still have that afternoon siesta when it's hot tradition. So I had my cocktail around 7 o'clock, usual time for me, sundowners, and I was finished with dinner by the time the Greeks were just coming out for dinner.
Sadly, I didn't get to see any sea turtles.
If you're lucky, you'll spot sea turtles if you're in the area from May to September. I hope you enjoyed this look at the little fishing village of Limeni in the Mani Peninsula in the Peloponnese in Greece. I hope you agree that it's totally worth visiting for its beautiful scenery and great atmosphere and fresh food. If you like this video, remember to click like, and if you would like to see more travel and travel related content, remember to click subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.